Welcome to the second and final episode of our Marella Discovery 2 Electric Sunsets cruise vlog.
Right then. So after our lovely spa experience, we went up onto the pool deck for sail away.
Yes, it was quite an unusual sail away party because I don't know whether there was some technical issues, but the sail away party actually happened before the sail away.
Yeah, we were due to sail away at 6, but we didn't for whatever reason.
So we had a pre-sail away party.
But with the entertainments team, and I must say we'll talk more about the entertainments team later because they were fantastic.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
That was a real good party. Marella know how to party.
Yeah.
And Matt, the cruise director, is leading a great team, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Had everyone... great atmosphere on the pool deck, wasn't it? Had everyone up and dancing, and yeah, it was just real good atmosphere. Sunshine at the pool, sail away. We haven't done that for so long, have we? Just having a bit of sun on our skin makes you feel so much better, doesn't it?
And I even managed to get on the big screen, didn't I?
Yes, I was busy filming up on top, and Paulie, they came round with the camera, didn't they? And you, yes. Well, we were with Karen and Craig and Ian, which have been great company. So thanks for your company. That was great fun. So.
You may remember in episode 1 that we were greeted by Kevin and Perry. Well, today they transformed themselves into Catherine Tate's Nan and Keith Lemon. If you do know who these people are, could you please let us know in the comments?
So after the sail away party, we thought, oh my god, we've got to eat, because we hadn't eaten since lunchtime, and I only had a little salad. So we went back to the Islands buffet because we decided not to go to the MDR, even though we had a great experience the previous day, just because of the time issue.
Yeah,
there was so much on.
Yeah, it's unfortunately whichever way you want to look at it. We look at the dining experience at the main dining rooms on any cruise as a sort of an event, really.
Yes. To
be savoured and enjoyed over a period of a couple of hours sometimes.
Yes.
But on this cruise, you haven't got that time, so
no.
You've got to get
well, you could make that time if you wanted to miss, but we didn't want to miss.
We wanted to try and pack as much in as possible, so we
headed to Islands buffet, got a prime spot right at the front to watch Sail Away, which did eventually happen. And the buffet tonight, there was a good selection of Asian food, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was
sweet and sour pork.
Sweet and sour pork. They had kung po noodles, special fried rice,
spring rolls,
crispy chicken wings.
It was delicious.
They had some vegetarian things because you had there was like an aubergine.
Yes,
curry.
I had spicy aubergine curry, a little spoonful of that, and that was beautiful.
And they had a polenta thing as well, but.
We didn't try that.
But
no, so the food was excellent. There was also roast lamb and lots of other things. Yeah. They've got a lovely salad bar, which I didn't have. But so that was nice. We sat there. Islands buffet is different. A lot of buffets are at the back of the ship, aren't they? But Islands is right at the front. So it's a great place to sit and just have a coffee and chill and watch, as you've seen, a lovely sail away.
Yeah.
Night 2 was all about 90s fashion. Carole wore a t-shirt saying I love the 90s. I wore a t-shirt that I bought in the 90s on my first ever holiday with Carole.
Yeah.
So after that, we thought, oh gosh, we want to go see the show. From our previous experience with Marella was on Discovery, and I'll put some links in the description below because we've got lots and lots of content about the Discovery. And the entertainment, we've always said on Marella, has been just top notch, hasn't it? And we were thinking we must see a show while we're on here, in addition to all obviously the electric sunset stuff, just to see have they maintained that standard, because they used to have Pure Talent and now they've got TED Entertainment, haven't they? And we thought, we really hope the standards haven't slipped, and they haven't.
No, it was
Rockology, wasn't it called?
Rockology, right up my street, and all sort of, not heavy rock, but they, like Fleetwood Mac and Bon Jovi and all sorts of stuff, from the Kinks in the 60s right through to Guns N' Roses, and all sorts of stuff.
Fantastic vocalists, fantastic dancing, and fantastic guitarists, weren't there? Two guitarists that were just phenomenal, and really interacting with the crowd. As you know, we like to sit near the front.
And that is the thing as well, is I don't know where they fit into the Marella show team. Maybe they're resident musicians on the ship, or maybe they were guests, but it was a 4-piece band, bass guitarist, lead guitarist, keyboards, drummer, and the sound they made, you'd have thought there was 10 of them.
Yeah, it was brilliant. So so thank you, Entertainment Scene. That was brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So we came out of there and we went into the live room, which was just so packed.
Yeah.
The one criticism that we've got of this cruise is the bar staff are working their butts off. It's a 3-day party cruise, so people are going to be drinking lots, and I don't think in the live room and the atrium they've got the amount of staff to cope with it. They have on the pool deck because they've got these pop-up and they've got the trolleys going round. So that'd be my only criticism, because you've got a queue. We would go to the pool bar, get a beer and come back down because it's easier.
Yeah, it's just mad.
So and people were getting a bit frustrated, weren't they? But anyway, back to the entertainment in the live lounge, and Pink was on, and we caught a couple of songs of her.
Yeah,
she was
good,
brilliant, wasn't she? Really, really good.
We also had the pleasure of bumping into Ali and Mark Travel Tales, and as it turned out, they're as mad as us. It really was great fun spending time with them.
And then we thought we've got to go and see Gals Aloud. Now, they were up on the pool deck, weren't they?
Yes.
So we got up there just before they started, got quite a good position right in front of the stage. And I don't know what I was I was just expecting 5 girls that were just a tribute act.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that these Gals Aloud are some characters from RuPaul's Drag Race, isn't it?
Drag Race UK,
yeah, we don't watch it, but they're obviously big personality, and oh my god, they had us in hysterics. Yeah. It was just brilliant, actually, wasn't it? We were just like, oh my god, this is just not what we expected. But they were doing a little bit of dialogue in between songs, and they were going back to like pop idols and the story of Girls Aloud, and it was just so much fun, wasn't it? I just couldn't stop laughing. It was really good. So that was brilliant. And we were with Fran and her mum, weren't it, from Gluten Free Horizon, so we were just roaring, absolutely roaring. But then it would start to get the wind start to pick up, didn't it, up on deck, and so we retreated to Bar 11, which is if you are coming on the Discovery, not a lot of people go there, do they? Just to sit and have
I think more and more people are finding it. First night there was only us in there, wasn't there?
Well,
really?
there was a few other people, but the service up there is excellent. And we sat there with we've been getting together about 10 of us, isn't there? With Emma Cruises and Cruise Boys and Lizzie Lou, and with Craig and Karen Acklam and Ian. And we sit there and we just laugh, don't we? They're such great company. So we sat there for an hour or so waiting for DJ Sash to come on. So we'd heard that he was absolutely phenomenal. But the wind, we went out there and just nearly got blued off, didn't we? Blued off.
I don't even know what to say about that.
No.
I refused to go out there because I could see it was blowing a gale. But Carole went out there, and I've got a picture, but I don't know if I took it the right way, but she looked like Cousin Ed.
Yes, it was really windy, scary windy, actually. Yeah. So I tried to listen to a couple of tunes, but I actually came back in to Bar 11 when I just said I can't cope with that, which was a shame. But I could hear the music, and it was really, the whole pool deck was just rocking, wouldn't it? It was just packed. So so that was brilliant. And then we thought, do you know what? Oh my God, it's 1:30 in the morning, and everyone said, oh, should we go to the Glass House and get some food? And you said, no, I'm going to the Snack Shack. Yeah. So
because that's where it's at.
It is the Snack Shack. So we went there with Emma Cruise has been great fun, and we queued up for I had a hot dog, which was lovely, and you had a burger.
I tried to have all bases covered, so I had a cheeseburger, fish, chips and noodles.
Yes, they did noodles there as well, which they don't normally do they?
So I tried to cover, I think all the food groups are covered in that, aren't they?
I think they are. Yeah. Apart from vegetables and healthy stuff.
There was vegetables in the noodles. There was.
Was there?
Yeah, there was broccoli and carrots and all sorts of that. There was, genuinely. And I think fish is a vegetable, isn't it?
No.
No, potato, that's a vegetable.
No. Anyway, so if you want a late night snack, the Snack Shack was open, but that wasn't what we've experienced before. No. It's normally shut back around about 6 o'clock, but the Glass House have pizza and pasta. So that finished off the night. We sat there, had a chat, didn't we? And then we sort of rolled into bed at about 2 a.m, was it, just before?
Dirty old stop-outs, we are.
Yeah, well, we didn't even notice the time though, did we? No. We were having so much fun, it was just brilliant. So that's the end of our day 2.
Day 2 on the electric
sunsets. Exactly. So let's see what day 3 brings. Right then, let's tell you about day 3, as you can see from Paulie Morgan's. He's a little bit sleepy. But anyway, our day... Come on, wait. Our day started, as usual, about lunchtime on this cruise, where we headed to the Islands Buffet for some lunch.
Are you expecting some feedback off me for this?
Anyway, Islands Buffet is they haven't had all the stations open, have they, to be fair? It's been a limited choice, but actually what we've had has been really good.
Yeah, so that's it.
It's a great spot right at the front of the ship, and we sat there for quite a while, didn't we? Just catched up on our blogging bits. Lovely views over the water. Valencia's not very pretty, is it? Well, the port isn't.
The port isn't, no. It's
like just a container storage.
It's like a shipping container Shangri-La.
It is. Obviously, like I said, we were in Valencia today. On this cruise, we had no intention really of getting off on the stops, had we? Because we just wanted to enjoy the ship. We'd done for 3 days. So we then sat chatting for ages to the cruise boys again. They've been fab company, haven't they? In the Islands Buffet. And then we thought, let's go and have a mooch around the pool deck. Everyone, the sunshine, it's been really hot. And it was really busy on the pool deck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we from previous experience being on the Discovery, we knew where the veranda is. So if you're coming on Discovery 2, there's a lovely little sun deck right at the back of the ship. If you go to the rock climbing wall, by the mini golf at the top, isn't it? And then you go down, you come to the veranda, which has got lovely soft padded beds, free to use, and you have bar service too, don't you?
I do.
So that was lovely. And
So why did that man charged me £10 for my bed?
Did he?
Yeah.
No, he didn't. So let's show you a bit around the veranda, right at the top of the ship, and so that you can find it if you come on the Discovery too. After sampling a couple of pina coladas there, which was lovely, wasn't it, Paulie?
Yeah.
We had a walk around the promenade. Now, the promenade on the Discovery doesn't go around the front. It's not a full wraparound. It's a sort of a 3/4 one, isn't it?
Yes.
But they were doing some maintenance and stuff, so we couldn't have a full walk around. But it is nice. It's on deck 4, so it's quite low to the water, isn't it? It's nice to sample some views from there. We were on the Discovery and the Norwegian fjords, and it was a perfect spot to watch all the scenery go by, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
So so after having a mooch around the promenade, we went to the atrium just a lovely area to sit, and because we were waiting, Vernon Kay was on today, wasn't he?
Yes.
So he was doing a bit of a Q&A session with Matt, the cruise director. So he sat there. We got there quite early, about 5. She wasn't on till 7, but we got chatting to so many lovely people, didn't we?
We got there at 4, I think, right?
Was it 4?
Yeah.
But anyway, we sat there, people coming and going, wasn't it? And it was lovely.
The comedy characters from the previous days had now transformed into Austin Powers, yeah baby, and Catherine Tate's Lauren, am I bothered? They were both absolutely hilarious. And
then Vernon came on, and he was brilliant, wasn't he?
He was lovely, yeah.
He was a really lovely guy. And just talking about his career and life in general, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here when he was on that, wasn't he? So we sat there listening to him.
Hello, Vernon. Hiya, mate. How are you doing? I'm alright. I went out of the shower and then came out and we're moving. I didn't even feel a thing. However, if you're over 5'11", touching 6 foot, them showers are a nightmare, aren't they? I'll be honest with you.
In what way? You were discovered in the early 2000s, weren't you?
No, 96.
96?
Yeah, 96.
Even further back.
Don't believe anything you read on Wikipedia.
What happened in 96 then?
96, in 1996 I was kind of kicking about, living for the weekend. My mate phoned me up. I was working in a DIY shop at the time, cutting 9-foot fence panels, which was a nightmare of a job, really difficult. If you've ever tried to operate a circular saw with a hangover, it's probably the most dangerous thing in life. It really is, and I'm amazed that I've still got all my 10 digits. But I was doing that, and then he phoned me up. He was a teacher at the time, and he said, "We're going to Gloucester live. You've got to come." I'm like, "Why?" He said, "Just get the day off. It's a proper laugh. My sister's come back yesterday. She said it's awesome." So I booked the day off Friday. We went down, and then I got scouted by a modelling agent. I'm still laughing now because how I got away with it, I'll never know. This guy came up to me and said, "Listen, you've got this kind of Britpop look. Would you be interested in coming to London and doing some modelling?" I still get really embarrassed saying it because I never fitted in, but I had the best time ever. So I did it. That was on a Friday. The following Friday, I was no longer working in the DIY shop, and I was living in a B&B in Paddington, and that was it. Never been back.
And then he said, "Does anyone want a selfie?" And I was like, me. And look at this.
It was you and about 1,000 others.
I know, but I queued very patiently. What a nice guy. He's the master at taking a selfie.
Yeah, good job, because if Carole had took a selfie, you would have been like,
I know,
somebody's foot.
So that was lovely meeting him. That was just a joy, actually. He was supposed to be on, he said on the programme for about 15 minutes, but he was on for about an hour or so. And before we knew it, it was, what, 8:30?
Yeah, we
8:45.
like properly lost track of time.
Yeah, we had. So we decided, it was the fancy dress for last night was school uniform. So we just popped a tie on and put my hair in bunches, and we headed. We hadn't eaten either, had we? Because we'd been just busy chatting to everyone.
We did get some looks because all we had was a tie, wasn't it? Just popped a tie on. Yeah.
And so we just popped to the snack shack, didn't we?
Yeah.
And had a snack there, which is a great place to just grab a burger or a chicken.
It's a great place for a snack.
Yes, it is a great place for snacks. But I had a hot dog. You had burger, fish, and chicken.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I'm piggy.
You was.
Yes.
After my 9-course meal, we took a lovely stroll around the promenade to watch the sunset before the evening's entertainment.
In episode 1, we explained that we could only see one difference from our previous cruises on the Marella Discovery ships, and this is the glass house. The glass house now has private cabanas surrounding the pool areas, which we really liked. It is the perfect place to come if you want some peace and quiet. We headed to the live room because there was a Dan Bird, isn't it, who was a tribute act, Robbie Williams.
He's not a tribute act. He's the tribute act. If there's a more Robbie Williams than
brilliant.
Robbie Williams, it's Dan Bird. He was absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, he had the whole live room, wasn't it, rocking. It was just brilliant. And after jumping around and going a bit mad in there, didn't we, with everyone else, we headed up onto the deck because Atomic Kitten were on, weren't they? So we watched a few of their...
We watched all 3 of them, didn't we? Oh, no, there was 2 of them.
There was 2 of them, yeah. So we watched them for a little bit, and then we headed to our favourite little place, isn't it, Bar 11, which is just right at the top of the ship, overlooking the pool area, and met up with the usual gang, which they've just been great company, and then we waited for Vernon to come on because he was doing a DJ set at 11 o'clock, and that was just banging, wasn't it? I mean, we're in our late 50s, aren't we? We were still jumping around the deck like lunatics. electric sunsets is just, it's not like a normal cruise.
No.
If you come on electric sunsets and you think this is what cruising's all about, it's totally not.
It's not.
I mean, the principles are the same, but it's not doesn't give you a true reflection of what happens on a cruise. But it's been so much fun on it, Paulie Morgan. We've just had a blast. We're absolutely shattered. We've just had to we've got up, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We've got to get off the ship we've got to get out of the cabin at 8:30. Luckily, we got an early-ish flight compared to others that are waiting until 5 o'clock this evening. We got our coach is picking us up at 9:45, so we're going to head up to Islands Buffet to just grab a bite to eat now, aren't we? Paulie's feeling a little bit, he's not feeling good, so that's probably why he's been a little bit quiet, haven't you?
I'm trying to find a sunbed somewhere.
Well, if we had a later flight, we would have paid, it's £35 to keep your cabin till this afternoon, and we would have done that, but we don't need to because we've got to get to the airport.
We have.
So that's it, Electric Sunsets. I hope you've liked our 3 days on board. It's been brilliant fun. We definitely do another one, won't we?
Yeah.
It's just been something totally different. It's like a huge festival at sea, isn't it? It's brilliant.
What I definitely do is not drink quite so much on the last night.
Well, yeah, you were naughty, but I couldn't get him to bed last night. I said, come on, mate, it's 1:30. And he's like, oh, can I have another beer? Let's go to the late room. I'm like, no, come on. Eventually he sulked and he come to bed. And there's still a beer on the side over there that he didn't drink. Anyway, that's it. Thanks so much for following our adventure, and we will catch you again soon. Night.
Thanks for watching. For more cruising vlogs and information from Paul and Carole Love to Travel, why not watch one of these videos next?